Hey everyone. Excuse me. So I know that usually I put up the poker game for these channel updates, but I just couldn't help it. I mean, this login screen looks awesome, and the music with it is awesome. I know that I've got the music kind of faded while I talk, but still. I'm basically, just so you guys know, I am planning on coming back to try and do regular uploads. I will let you guys know, based on my upcoming work schedule, because I have a lot of work shifts coming up, and because of that, I honestly don't know, I'm going to try and find time to get some recording done while also working on this stuff. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to the one video per day. I'm going to try, but if things get a little crazy and hectic and busy for me, I may have to hold off. I am going to be trying to, for example, work on making content, for WoW now that the Shadowlands update is in the works. I mean, it's, as you can see, we're still waiting. We're waiting for it to get finished getting maintenance on, and I know that doesn't... I'm rambling. We're waiting for the maintenance to get done so the servers can go live so we can actually check it out. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know some of you are also wondering about some of the other playthroughs. I'm going to try and, find the motivation to do so. Sometimes it's just more convenient and easier for me, depending on, time and, mainly scheduling and, health, like how much energy or tired, or if I'm feeling sore or something like that. To figure out, like, okay, I'll just work on this as opposed to, all right, I got to change my setup and I got to work on this, and, So I'm going to be trying to get back to having some content up. That's what I'm trying to say. Obviously expect a change in how some of the WoW content is going to be done, since we are waiting for the pre-patch, which is going to make massive changes to the game. As I mentioned in one of my videos for the Soloing Dungeon series, I don't know how Soloing the Dungeons is going to change with this whole, change of the game as a whole. Obviously, that's one thing I'm eager to test out, is how am I able to do soloing old content? Like, can I still just easily go into Molten Core and one-shot everything in there, on one of my max level characters, which is now going to be level 50, funnily enough. It's stuff like that I'm eager to test out, that I didn't really get to test out because it wasn't really available for testing, at least not that I gathered. So, yeah. And, I'm determined at some point to get back to actually finishing some of those playthroughs. The Dishonored 2 playthrough, I still can't believe I haven't finished that playthrough. It's been how many years since I started it? I've also been entertaining the idea of doing playthroughs of the recent Doom games. In fact, I was actually going to make a video where we, just for fun, take a look back at some of the classic Doom games, because you actually can purchase them either on Steam or even on PlayStation Store. And by having those, if your Bethesda account, if it acknowledges it, you get extra skins in Doom Eternal, which is pretty cool. Getting some extra rewards simply by owning the previous classic Doom games. So I'm entertaining that idea. I'm also entertaining the idea of doing my Middle-earth Shadow of War. But then I go, wait, before I start any new playthroughs, I really should finish the other ones I have on hiatus, like Dishonored 2 and Uncharted 4. Those are like two of the big ones for me that I would really like to go back to. Also, I do want to address something I've heard about. I've heard that they are actually going to come out with a remastered collection of the Mass Effect trilogy. So, that's interesting. It's kind of similar to what I said about how if I was to continue the Mass Effect Renegade run of the trilogy, as I was doing before, it would have to be with basically a different type of character, than the one I was using in the runs, because I'd be switching from one platform to another. Because on that one it was the PS3. If I do it on either PC or PS4 with basically fresh new accounts compared to the those PS3 accounts which had multiple runs and stuff, I don't know. I'm gonna be looking into it. I'm gonna be investigating it, entertaining the idea of maybe picking up the Renegade run on the remastered PS4, partly so we can see how much better it looks on the PS, as a remastered version on the newer consoles. Which I guess they're not newer consoles anymore since the PS5 is on the way. But yeah, I mean, I do have the PC versions, although I have been running into some technical issues with those, like. For a moment, it seemed like I was having difficulty actually running Mass Effect 2 and 3 on my PC, and then I just had to mess around with some of the settings, and it's like, oh, okay, now it should be running okay. But still, I don't know. Like I said, it's a work in progress. It's something I'm investigating, so I will be basically trying to do some more looking into certain things, entertaining ideas of what to do. Looking to see if I can finally pick up where I left off in certain playthroughs, finishing that up before starting new content. Because I do want to do playthroughs of Middle-earth Shadow of War, for example. And I also at some point need to do my playthrough of Spider-Man PS4, which I know some of you have been asking for. And especially with the Miles Morales game coming. But before I start those, I really should finish my old ones. Now, that doesn't apply to the Shadowlands stuff, because I know some of you going, well, why are you starting Shadowlands stuff? Because it's Shadowlands, it's because it's World of Warcraft. You guys know this as well as I do. This is not like I can leave Dishonored 2 and it's just going to stay there. I mean, it may get DLC or something, or patches, but it's not like World of Warcraft where it's a constant moving thing. This was a harsh lesson I learned when they started up BFA, and I came back and I realized the Legion stuff was transitioning, It was a kind of a harsh lesson I learned, which is why I then did a lot of the stuff, including in Legion, while it was in BFA, because I realized, okay, I actually do need to focus on this. So it's a different monster, I guess you can say, compared to a game like Dishonored 2 or Uncharted 4, which those aren't changing and those aren't going away. I've got them right here. They may get like a tune-up with a patch or something, though I doubt at this point they're continuing to focus on patching up bugs or anything for those games, but you never know. So yeah, it's a different situation in that regard. So that's kind of the general idea is, I'm going to, after I upload this, I'm going to be uploading a video where we look at and discuss the cinematic for Shadowlands, and then I will probably be playing something else in the meantime to pass the time while they continue to work on this, because you see it's, it won't be up until apparently 3 p.m. Pacific, which for me would be, I guess, 5 o'clock Central, because I'm in Texas Central Time, so yeah. Anyways. So I'm hoping that those of you, I do want to address something, because I actually recently had an incident, a recent scare, where I had made a mistake. It was something I was unaware of, and I truly mean I was unaware of. I was accused of being, of lying about it, but I honestly did not know, because there are still things about this whole, making content on YouTube and making content on Twitch that I still personally do not know, because I basically have been doing this all by myself for over 6 years, and I really haven't had anyone who's knowledgeable when it comes to this, like, be someone who can come to me and be like, well, here, it's something you should know, or like, by the way, I should tell you this, this has been a rough learning process for me, all by myself, and this is why some of my content may be not as polished or as fancy as other creators, because one, I don't know how to do it like that, Two, I don't know if I even have what they use, but I also don't even know what they use. And, you know, there's a lot of things about this I still to this day do not know, because either no one ever told me this is something you should know, or it wasn't like, you know, like, I guess you could call it being ignorant or negligent, which I would agree. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't lying about the issue. I would say I was ignorant or negligent about it. I've learned my lesson now, and I know to never do that again, to make that mistake again. So, but while I was dealing with that and the near possible deletion of my entire channel because of this, it made me take a moment to really think about this, and you know, the idea of I've been putting my, you know, pouring my heart and soul into this channel for over 6 years, and those of you who have been regular viewers and commenters, I appreciate you, like, more than I can say, you know, and you guys are helping me make this grow. You know, I made a comment on the, you know, community tab of this channel, letting you guys know that I had reached 800 subscribers. Thank you. And we're 200 away from reaching 1,000. Once that happens, I can be able to apply for partnership and see if I can actually monetize stuff on my channel. You know, I used to be able to before YouTube changed things. And it just would be an incredible goal to reach after all these years, and now all the content I put on this channel. I put over however many few thousand videos on this channel. And in a moment, it all could have gone away. It all could have been deleted permanently. And I cannot express to you how heartbreaking that would have been for me to have all that just be gone, just like that. And it was a harsh reminder to me also how fragile this all is. You know, I make some silly mistake like that because of either negligence or ignorance or something, and it all can just be gone. You know, and I have to start over fresh. And man, it was a scary moment for me, but at the same time, it also made me appreciate those of you who have, you know, been coming around and watching, because I have the views, I just don't have the subscribers, you know. Also yesterday was my birthday, and I mentioned in some of the WoW groups, you know, like, if you could check out my channel, and a couple of you did show up yesterday and leave some nice comments and such, said you'd be regular watchers, which I very heartily, you know, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that. So I just want you to reiterate that to you guys, that I appreciate you. I really do. It may not come, you know, up, you know, it may not be obvious. It may not be right at the forefront, or, you know, but I really do, you know. Yeah. It's sometimes hard to put into words, which is why I'm kind of stumbling through this, because it's hard for me to find the right words to express it. So, but I just want you all to know that. So I hope you guys will stick around and hopefully enjoy some of the upcoming content that I have planned specifically for Shadowlands, and hopefully my return to some unfinished projects before I start up new projects, you know. We'll see how it goes. Who knows what the future holds? It's not like any of us predicted that what was going to happen this year was going to happen, right? You know, this is why, you know, when people say, oh, where do you see yourself such and such? It's like, how can we answer those questions when we don't know what's coming? You know, no one knew that 2020 was going to be this kind of year. You know, I'm sure people had all kinds of ideas and plans of what they were going to do this year, and then everything changed, you know? So, yeah. So we'll see what the future holds. You know, I'll try and adapt as it goes along. I hope you guys will be able to do the same. I wish you all the best and for you to stay safe and stay healthy. You know, I'm going to try and continue to, of course, wear my mask and be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. You know, try and do my part, basically. And I will see you guys next time.